And we're live.
Yeah, we are live again. So sorry for a small delay. It was caused by myself again. Some technical problems again. I don't know. I don't know why technical problems happen to me and no technical problems ever happened to you. Maybe I don't know.
It
Maybe I'm attracting some bad technological
it
energy.
did
I don't
happen
know.
once. Do you remember? There was one time I had an issue, quite
Oh
a long
yeah,
time ago. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Maybe just
It
once.
happens.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I'm trying not to get too angry with it because these are just machines and it's hard to control them sometimes. But
Absolutely.
yeah, just a short introduction before we proceed to the main thing of today's episode. I just wanted, I really like to give some stories from the news and stuff like that. So today I just wanted to say that very often we should think of artistic things like music, like painting and stuff like that in entrepreneurial categories. Because let's have a look at Kanye West. Have you followed what happened lately? That
No.
he had 3 listening parties for his new album. All of them didn't result in the like he didn't publish the album after any of those listening parties straight away. But still, once the album was released, I believe it was Sunday or Monday. The album broke the record for the most streams in one day after the release, after the premiere.
Uh-huh.
So that's amazing because I was laughing at the fact that he was like, he organized one listening party, then another one, then the third one, and he was like, oh yeah, he's still postponing the release of the album. And I was, tired of it. I even made laugh of it. But at the end of the day, he achieved something great with all the marketing that he did around it. So the moral here is that sometimes you might feel, and actually it might be true, that people are laughing at you because you are doing something extraordinary, but eventually it might pay off. It will pay off, and people will stop laughing. So just do what you believe is right, and don't give a shit about what others says or what other people say or think, right?
Hmm. That might be an
Okay.
episode we can talk about in future.
Yeah. How to not give a shit.
Basically.
Okay. All right. So this week's episode, it's game time. We love games. I have to admit that we had only 2 games before, but or maybe 3. But I have to admit that we are pretty creative with those games. And this time the game will be Never Have I Ever. I believe that most of the viewers from our generation probably uh, have played this game at least once in their life. But I think you haven't, right, Zain? You
I
haven't
have
played it
not.
before.
Yes. I
Okay,
think I get the idea of what it's going to be like, but I just
okay,
never played before.
okay. So the idea is that I will say things that I haven't done, but I can also say things that I have done and still drink, just just for the laugh. Let's say, sometimes people at the parties were saying like, "Never have I ever." They said something, and of course, the idea is that you haven't done it and you believe someone else did. But sometimes you can say the thing that you've done it and just have a drink. So this time it will be entrepreneurial version. So we will be talking about entrepreneurial scenarios. I have my. Do you have your drink prepared for tonight? Okay. Is it milk?
It's soy milk.
Soy milk. Okay.
Yes.
How much is it?
I have no idea, but this is a massive glass. I would not drink this much. Like if I drink this much, I might have a diarrhea tomorrow.
Okay. So yeah, here I have. I wanted to have
Gin.
non-alcoholic beer, but then I thought I would just go for water, and it's like half-liter of water, so it's quite a lot. But I'm pretty thirsty tonight because I had 2 hours training tonight. So
Nice.
so yeah. Okay, so I think the rules are pretty clear. So I guess we should move on. Would you like to start, or shall I start?
Why don't you start?
Okay. Okay. Never have I ever take a loan for my business, like a bank loan. I haven't loaned any money for my business.
No, I haven't as well.
Okay, shit. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't as well. Yeah. Well, if you're doing full time and you haven't learned a business, I'm just doing a side hustle. So I was like,
Yeah, but I mentioned it before. So
correct.
the idea of bootstrapping is,
Mm,
you are trying. Of course, loans are there in bootstrapping, but still, like, it's better not to take them if you have if you cannot take, if it's possible for you to not take them, then you don't. But if you need to, then you will. But it was not necessary for me to take a loan. Although I got a governmental grant, which is different. I don't have to pay it off.
yeah.
But still, the governmental grants are definitely there in the idea of bootstrapping. All right, so let's move on with yours.
I'm gonna make it more fun. I'm gonna say something I have done and I'm gonna drink. So
Okay.
never have I ever thought about quitting my business.
Oh
Ding.
shit.
We went deep, right? And I think
Mm,
reason why I thought of this question is because the truth is, I think I watched one of Steve Jobs' YouTube, not a YouTube, but he doesn't have a YouTube, but someone sort of interviewed him, and he said that being persistent is a very important character of an entrepreneur, because the reality is that it's super hard, it's super challenging, it's gonna suck at some time. And I have to admit, there are a lot of times that I just think to myself that, like, why did I choose to do this? Like, why can't I just stick to a job, just do my proper 9 to 5 and not think about anybody else when I get home? I can just think about what to watch on Netflix rather than thinking about I need to push myself to do more and more things. So I have thought about quitting like a lot of times, but how sometimes, I don't know about you, but you sometimes get to a point you realize that it's too late to turn your head back, or it's too late to return now. And I feel like I'm there. It's like I've invested myself so much in terms of effort, in terms of readiness, preparedness, that I just realized that, yes, although I feel like quitting, but I never really quit. It's like I still try to do something about it. I still try to move forward. I still try to find ways to overcome them. So yes, the thought exists. It's just that it never materialized into an action. I might slack for a day or two, but then after that, I'll be like, okay, right, that's enough. You need to get back and do
mm.
something else. So I don't know about you. Do you have something that you want to share?
You know what? What I want to add is that good exercise for every entrepreneur, mental exercise for every entrepreneur or wannabe entrepreneur, early entrepreneur, would be to run a marathon. Because like I ran marathon in my life once, and it was not for me that I'm in love with running. I am not. So it was for me to some extent, I'm in love with overcoming some, mental obstacle boundaries, and believe me, full marathon is extremely mentally challenging thing to do. Like at some point, you have so many thoughts of quitting it, and once you will overcome it, it will make you tougher in mental terms for your life. That's what I believe, And uh, you know, with marathon, it's like entrepreneurship is more like marathon. You don't have 100 meters like in sprint. You don't have 1 kilometer. You have over 42 kilometers, and you have many different episodes during those 42 kilometers. But at the end of the day, the self-satisfaction is just amazing, after you finish. So I guess that's the same with entrepreneurship. But entrepreneurship is more like repeating marathon. So you have those obstacles, challenges, but at the end of the day, you at some point you will feel satisfaction, but then the journey starts again. The run starts again.
Cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
so mine now. Never have I ever lied to my client.
Never.
You haven't.
I
Never.
haven't.
No, like I get the like. It's not that I try to trick you into it, but I assume that you will say that you haven't, because I perceive coaching as uh, one of those discipline that honesty, integrity is extremely crucial.
Mm.
That the lack of honesty can undermine your whole profession. Of course, people make mistakes, and probably there are some personal coaches out there who are extremely successful today, but they have lied to their students before, but
Mm.
probably they don't do it anymore. So
No,
yeah.
exactly. And I don't is because the two things, right? Like even when I have potential prospects who would come to you, ask about information, I was pretty honest. I was telling them that I'm very new to this. I'm also learning as well. As I remember when I first started, the first few, I was just being very honest. Like I'm just starting. I want to see how this works. But if you trust me and then you want to grow yourself, which is the more important thing, right? I think in the previous interview, I mentioned that it's not about me, it's about them. And if they care about that, then they should just jump in and just trust the process and just see how it lands. And they did. And I think they appreciate that honesty. So I would like in terms of sales or pitching, I will not lie to them, but also in terms of like personal growth, etc. Like you will read lots of books. People will tell you all these sort of habits, principles, or whatever, like, oh, you should do this, you should do that, blah, 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 blah. I'll be really honest with my with my students as well and just say that, listen, I don't wake up every day feeling like I am the best in the world. I'm very passionate. I'm energetic. I'm doing this. I wake up thinking, can I sleep for another 10 more minutes? Because I just don't want to wake up. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that you have to find a way that best suits you. And I think sometimes we just get too hung up like, oh, if I feel like I feel a bit tired, like I must be doing something wrong. I haven't found my passion. It's like, what the hell are you talking about? It's just like, let's be real here. Like, it's not that you haven't found your passion. It's just that maybe we haven't explored certain things enough yet. And maybe you're just not in the right space, you're just tired, and that's fine. Like, I don't see anybody wake up 365 days every day feeling like they are pumped to do something. Like, I don't. So I'll just be really honest with them to just say that, listen, I don't. So if you feel like you're the only person, then congratulations, you're not, because even I'm coaching you, I'm not feeling that way. And that's it. And I think, and that's why, again, I said that, it's like it's like a friend, right? I want to be like a friend to my students. I don't want to be like a coach, like a teacher, like teach them all the right things to do. Like, everyone knows what the right thing to do is, but we don't do it for a reason. And that's it, really. So anyway, long-winded answer, but it's also interesting that, you just said about, we talked about honesty, didn't we, in the previous episode? So you have never lied to a client. You're always very honest with them, then, by the sounds of it. Like, your
Yeah,
approach.
like, yeah, definitely. Like, I never sugarcoated my my experience or anything, like, maybe that's one of the reasons that, maybe I could have been more successful in the past. I mean, maybe if I few times said to clients like, yeah, I can guarantee that we will grow your business. No, I cannot say that I guarantee that I will grow your business, because that's not true. I can make, I can give 100% of myself to grow your business, but I cannot guarantee you, because maybe I will do everything right on my side, but when it comes to marketing, there is also a part of what my client will do about the whole thing. So if they fail, then that's my not responsibility. I try to grow you, but you refuse to, let's say, adjust to this growth path, right? To this growth wave, let's say, and
Yeah.
that's why you are not growing. So no, I don't lie to my clients. I'm pretty honest with them.
Amazing. Love it. We preach what we teach. So
Yeah.
wonderful. Okay, now it's my turn. So,
Okay.
never have I ever regretted choosing the industry that I'm in.
No, I would drink.
You would drink. Okay, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
Mm, you
Go on,
know,
tell us.
it's I guess uh, I had this moment when I was, uh, I think it came more or less the same time when I thought of quitting, So I I feel that in the moments when you feel weak, when you feel like you are failing yourself, because it's not about failing others, it's about failing yourself. You start questioning things, and I don't believe that first thing that you will think of will be, I'm not good enough for entrepreneurship, right?
Mhm.
I think that more often we start questioning things like, I'm not good enough in this particular thing. I'm not. So then you come to the conclusion that, oh, I might be not good enough for the industry that I'm in. So then you start questioning that maybe in some other industry, you will you will excel. So I guess that's how it works with me. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, actually, I will drink a little bit as well on this one.
Okay.
One is because I'm a bit thirsty. Two is because um, I I don't think I regretted it, but I find it really hard uh, to to excel in this area because there's lots of noise out there. It's too woo woo foo foo, and also the people that I want to help are people in our age, you know. So, but most people don't see this part yet, or it probably is something they don't value as much yet. I think people who value it are quite rare. So and that puts a lot of mental blocks in me sometimes, where I just think that, why did I pick this? I'm too young to do this. Why will people listen to me? I question myself a lot, but I didn't regret it. Let's put it that way, because I know it's something I like doing, you know, all the human interaction stuff, etc. Especially like, you know, in the last episode when we shared some examples that I thought, wow, those moments are really, really rewarding. So I don't regret picking that industry, but I do find it hard sometimes. So that's why I say I'll drink a bit.
Okay, cool. Uh, so my turn. Never have I ever had an argument with my client.
Oh wow, love this. Well, I'm
Mm.
probably at a slight disadvantage here because my students, they obviously first thing is like they haven't paid me yet, because obviously we're like building up, understand what their cases are, building case studies, etc. But yeah, fair enough. I haven't had any argument with them, but interesting how your story is like.
Uh, so I had quite a few arguments with my clients. So there are clients that I haven't had any arguments with, but there is one client who is still with me, but we had some arguments. uh, and there are some past clients that to some extent it ended badly. I mean, not in a way that they just leave. It's their right to leave, but right now I still have ongoing like lawsuits me against them for not paying me money.
Oh my
So
god.
that's, yeah. So one it was last year, and the guy was supposed no he was not supposed to pay me money for my services, but he was supposed to pay the money for the advertising budget. So you know I paid for the advertising budget myself, but then because of the lack of results, he refused to pay me back for this advertising budget. And the other guy, uh, that's quite new. The other guy just refused to pay me for my work. So and he did it for very petty thing. I don't want to explain it too much right now, but yeah, he didn't pay me, so I took this thing to the court, and now I'm waiting.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, like uh, the thing is that I know why these two guys didn't pay me. Uh, I f- it's very dishonest behavior on their side, because I assume that they refused to pay me because they assumed that I'm just some young, so they viewed me as a kid, not as a man, and they thought that, yeah, I will not pay him, and he will just let's be honest, fuck off, and that's it. But the truth
Mm.
is that the little they know that my girlfriend is a lawyer, so she's always happy to help me with any let's say legal problems.
Nice.
So yeah, like both of these cases probably will um, the result will be on my side. I'm pretty sure about that, but it hurts. It hurts that you are putting your hard work out there. uh, you are honest. You are honest. You are honest. You don't fool your clients. You don't cheat on them. You are trying to do your best, and they still refuse to pay you, and because they are dishonest. So it feels pretty bad in that sense that you are there for people, and they are not there for you.
Mm, mm. Wow. Wow. That is quite serious.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, let's
Anyway,
let's move on.
let's move on. Okay, so never have I ever said yes first and I'll figure it out later. I'm drinking that as well. Said yes and figure it out later. Like, so the reason why I asked this question is that if your if a client or whatever gives you something quite challenging that you're not confident in doing, would you say yes or would you say no?
I would say yes. Oh, maybe it depends. I
Right.
would say it depends, because if I have some confidence that I can do it, then I will just do it. But if I have no confidence that I am able to do it, then I will refuse it, because I don't want to uh, jeopardize our relationship.
Mm,
So you need to, you know, it's about managing risk. So, of course, entrepreneurs are risk takers, but at the same time, smart entrepreneurs are good at managing risks. So that's my view on that.
mm. Yeah, I think same for me, like I'll probably say yes first and then I will figure it out like, but obviously I would think about it like if I know, so for example, I know I already gave the example, like if I know that the prospect has got some um honestly it's like some potentially medical mental health issue or challenges or whatever, I would just say no, because I know that I cannot help them. If I say that I can help them, one is I'm not really being honest. Two is that I might hurt somebody and I don't want to do that. So in those instances, I would say no. But in most instances, I think the reason why I said yes first and I figure out later, it's not because I don't believe that I can help them. It's probably because like I don't trust myself enough to know whether I can help them or not. Um, but that's not to say that I don't then understand their needs and then do my best to go, what do they need to hear now, and serve them best, so I ended up having people that I work with for nearly 10 weeks now or 11 weeks, and for me that's like a very good progress, showing that people are I'm actually helping them. Otherwise, why would someone spend 11 weeks with you every single Sunday for an hour? So for me, um sometimes I would, but I think that the reason is that because I question myself rather than anything else. And that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. We are about half an hour in, so shall we do last one from each of us?
Yeah, last one from each of us. Uh, hmm, Let me think.
Or I can go first. I have one.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Okay. Never have I ever undersold my services to my clients.
Undersold, so you mean like
So you know you
sold?
can, yeah, so you know that you can, you know that they need more and you don't undersell yourselves.
No, I haven't.
Cool. That's good. So you're confident
Uh,
enough to tell them that they need more.
yeah, like, that's part of selling. Of course, you don't want to sell to your clients something that they don't need.
Hmm.
Let's say, my core services are Facebook, Instagram, and Facebook ads, right? And let's assume that if I have a client who needs some help clearly with his Facebook and his Facebook ads, I will not sell to him Instagram
Hmm.
if I know that Instagram is not the right channel for him, for her, for his business, for her
Yeah.
business, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh yeah.
It's cool. Sounds good.
Yeah. Huh. Never have I ever had an argument with my close ones about my entrepreneurial journey.
Wow.
I will down it now.
I think you are at a slight disadvantage here because the main reason is my close ones are my family. I don't have a partner or a girlfriend yet, so I have no one to have an argument with. So tell us
I
more.
so you know I haven't had any argument with my girlfriend about my entrepreneurship, because when I met her, I told her that, yeah, entrepreneurship, that's what I wanted to do.
Mm,
So she knew what she signed up for. uh, but unfortunately, to some extent, like, yeah, I had some, like, when it comes to argument, I had only one argument with my close ones about being an entrepreneur.
mm,
So the argument was with my father, who
mm,
just saw me in a different role after
mm.
I graduate from the university.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't want to say that he's unsupportive, because in many ways he is supportive, but I know that he's not happy with my choice.
Mm,
So that's a bit hard. Uh, but at the same time, uh, it taught, like, the whole situation taught me something very important in my life, and I will just tell it briefly here. But for those of you who are interested, I point you to my Instagram, and there is a video on my Instagram where I explain why you should not have role models in your life. You should not have role models when you are like 25, when you are 27, even like after you turn 18, 20. You just ditch your role models. It's good to have inspirations in your life, but it's not good to have role models, because the idea of role model assume that you will follow the footsteps of this person. You will also, if it's someone close to you, you might even follow the instructions, the orders even. So having a role model can be dangerous to you. this situation helped me to understand it. That's why I don't have any role models in my life anymore. I only have some inspirations. I take inspirations from people regarding from extraordinary people regarding entrepreneurship, regarding sales, marketing, regarding even regarding being a good person, you know. So you have to remember that maybe someone is extraordinary entrepreneur, but actually they might not be a good person.
Mm.
So find someone else who might not be entrepreneur at all, but this person can be just, you know, good person.
Yeah.
And you should take inspiration from this guy who is an entrepreneur but bad person, and you should take an inspiration from the guy or girl or lady who is just a good person.
Mm. Mm. Oh wow. Okay. I know we talk about some other things privately, but I didn't
Yeah.
expect you to share this openly over here. But good on you. I think willing to own that is always a great part of uh, of uh, of growth and breakthrough. So very good. I
Yeah.
applaud you for that.
Okay, let's wrap it up. I
Indeed.
lost because I finished my drink. uh, I hope you know, this episode was a bit, you know, out there. We've been to, let's say, many places of entrepreneurship, but I guess sometimes we need episodes like that. I hope our viewers appreciated this video, this broadcast. Maybe if you are watching it, maybe if you watched it from the beginning until the end, or maybe you just watched part of it, let us know in the comments if you have any ideas for next games that we should do in 5 weeks times, because it will be 5 weeks until another game episode.
Yeah, and I'll just add in, we I think this episode is a good example because we show people how real we are in doing all this. You if you want to go and listen to like some fluffed up, puffed up, or some nice sounding theories or whatever, then we are probably not the right persons. But I think we are quite open and we are quite real. We are quite authentic about how we approach all of this. So if you do enjoy what we do, and just as a support, give us a like and subscribe if you enjoy it, and also have a chat with us on Instagram, right? We are more than happy to talk to you. And obviously we'll have scammers that sometimes come and scam you to say, oh, can help you grow your Instagram channel by X, Y, and Z. I just go, oh, thanks, but we don't need it. But yeah, if you enjoy it, go have a chat with us on Instagram at Newborn Hustlers. But otherwise, we will see everybody same time next week.
Yes, next week.
Indeed. See you all. Have a good evening, afternoon, evening, wherever. Goodbye.